All right, we are recording. Banner is in less than 1 minute. It's coming. It's coming. Ho, ho, ho. What are we getting, chat? I personally think it's going to be related to this event. I'm hoping there's no big spoilers for people who are waiting to read this event, because Marionette Stars hasn't hit side stories yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. All right, less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Refresh. What? Hello? What? Cherine. What? What the fuck is this banner? Hello? Wait. Okay, she's not grand. I'm surprised that... Firstly, I'm surprised that she's here too, but like... This is... What? That was a full-ass Zodiac, Ogi. We're not on Leg, right? No, we're Flash. What? Okay, and anyways, and you... I'm gonna check this first. Robo series, that's new. We don't have that yet. 900% water damage, strength, 100% boost to water attacks, supplement water allies. Wait. It's Belial. But only active for allies at or above 80%. And this is not upgraded. What? I would imagine that it has to stack with Belial. Oh, actually, wait. No, the big benefit over Belial would be that you get a good call effect, because Belial's call is useless. There's a chance it stacks, though. Well, we don't know if it stacks yet, because we've never had two sub-auras that give sub. So this is the first overlapping one, so it needs to be tested, basically. Yeah, Belial is unconditional, whereas this is conditional. This might even be just a buff icon. We don't know. It doesn't seem to say it's a buff icon, though. But yeah, this is not upgraded. We don't know what else it gets. Fucking Tetragod. Okay, alright. You. Weapon. Any good? Trium Verity Might. This has some potential for Varuna. Like, very, very niche Varuna stuff. And then I'll check this first anyways. Oh, you have Bloodshed. Okay. Alright, so Light gets their Show Fist, huh? Light Show Fist, but it doesn't have an uncap yet, I think. Because it doesn't say unlocks at level 120. So we have Light Show Fist and crit, like, Billow Weapon. Okay. Alright, Shukra. She is not part of the Divine Generals, which makes sense. Massive water damage to a foe. 1 turn cut to Shukra's skill cooldowns. Okay. 6 hit water damage to random foes. What do you mean, Tetragod? Hello, Gwen. Welcome. Yeah, Tetragod's here, and it's... one thing to note about Tetragod, and anything here, chat, they're all subtixable in the future, so... Something to note. Alright, 6 hit water damage to all foes, hit to all water defense, raise Toxicosis when Rishi in level is 5 activates twice. Oh, okay. So skill new character. Hit to foes accuracy 2 random, additional 2 random. These might be tied together. Okay, alright. Weapon is more DAT but less attack than Armenor. Yeah, basically, right? Because Armenor is being used at the moment for that DATA plus crit combo. And this is a free-to-play version of that, which gives more of one thing and less... Oh, not free-to-play, sorry, but a gacha. A regular gacha option. Consume 30% of charge bar, amplify caster's normal attack, damage, deal triple attacks, sharp boost to dodge rate, additional effect, double strike. 1 turn. Wait, what's the cooldown? 8 turns. 8 turns, 2 turn uptime. It says sharp boost to dodge rate, chance to nullify damage of debuffs. Okay. Let's read this. Deals multi-attacks, normal attacks deal. Okay, so 2-hit flurry. When a foe has 12 or more debuffs, bonus water damage effect to Shukra 1 time. Okay. And then raise Rishi by 1 at the end of turn when Shukra didn't take damage. When Rishi reaches 5, end cooldown for Graceful Pursuit. Wait, what? End cooldown for Graceful Pursuit. That's a translation error. It ends cooldown for one of these things. It will probably end cooldown for this. This makes the most sense. Gain effects in order based on Rishi. Boost to attack, boost to crit hit, sub damage, normal, so 3-hit flurry, and then activate catastrophic quick draw when Shukra didn't take damage. Okay, so auto nuker once she has 5 stacks. To get 5 stacks, you need to essentially dodge and not take damage. And dodge is given from this, but this is only 2-turn dodge. It seems hard to use. It's a full auto character, and ultimately it will depend on the boss and what else you have. Like, for example, having like other ways to redirect or mitigate damage will be nice. But getting Rishi 5 when the condition is you don't take damage is... It depends on your team, right? Because even if you have like Europa Gabriel, that's like a bunch of mitigation, so you don't take damage. Even if you are targeted. Yeah. This will... Can someone check in the Japanese translation? This is very likely end cooldown for S3. It's the thing that makes the most sense here to reset. But yeah. Okay. Full auto character for the most part. I'm still surprised that she's here. Holy... Okay. Yeah, she has no like innate way... Oh no, she has dodge rate on S3. But aside from S3, there isn't another way. And that S3 is only 2 turns. So we'll say 2 stacks. 50k sup. Okay, is the condition the same? And do we know what the call does? So 50k sup, which is obviously like big, but you have to be above 80, adds damage cap up on call. Strength damage cap up. I think mediocre call. Or not mediocre, but like it's hard to fit in is basically what I want to say. But yeah, this probably just replaces Belial for water. That's scary, actually. It's scary that water gets this because now other elements might get this too. Or other elements might get something similar. It's scary. Yeah, it's a new series, Robot? I don't know. Is it a good summon? The sub aura is notable. It gives 50k supplemental when fully uncapped to characters above 80% HP. 80% HP is pretty steep, don't get me wrong. And it is more conditional than something like Belial. Right. Alright, anyways, let's check out Cherine. Massive light damage to a foe. Drain effect to Cherine, mitigate damage taken until the end of turn. 800% light damage to a foe, hit to defense, remove 1 buff. 5 hit light damage to random foes, supplement damage taken to all foes. Yep, okay. And then raise casters Bloodthirst. When Bloodthirst is 5, hit number doubles. Bloodthirst raises upon taking damage or before attacking. Okay, so you get 1 every turn, and you get 1 whenever you take damage. When level is 10, can't attack or use skills, receives debuffs. Oh, it's a brick mechanic. Okay. So she only has a limited time on the field. Okay. And then low HP boost to Cherine's attack based on how low her HP is. Supplement damage dealt by the... supplement damage dealt by 3rd hit of triple attacks. Generally, these effects are not... It doesn't feel that impactful. Some characters have this and some weapons have this, but it doesn't feel very impactful unless the number's very big. I would imagine. But we haven't had one that has a very big effect. So we'll have to see. Upon taking damage... Okay, yeah, and this is the same thing. Oh man, she got a passive that explains her buff. Feels bad. Can't attack, hit to defense. Wait, can't attack or cast skills one turn. Oh, it's just one turn. Okay. It's not a full brick effect. It's one turn. Hit to defense, boost to hostility, and then skill seal for 3 turns. One turn. I don't really see anything. Oh wait, I skipped this skill, didn't I? Boost to caster's triple attack rate, bonus light damage effect, 3 hit flurry, raise caster's bloodthirst by 1, consumes 20% of HP. So she's like meant to be some normal attack, sort of normal attacking character for full auto teams. This doesn't look usable for burst, I don't think. Or maybe budget burst, I guess, with this, but because this is like budget Song S1 in a sense, if you think about it, right? Song gives Echo, gives Flurry, but Song just does a bunch more other stuff and damage as well. So I guess like for things like that, you can do that. And yeah, so if we're talking full auto, you start doing more skill damage from this. Looks like she plays somewhat in Enmity. Yeah, pretty standard character here. Yeah, I think the big thing is that they wanted her to like really work with Rosamia, which makes sense, right? They're like from the same storyline. It's her S3 that gets reset for Shukra. Yeah, makes sense. It's the only one that really made sense. Oh, I never watched Cherine's animation. Cool. Yeah, when I saw Shukra, I was immediately thinking Grand. But I'm glad she's not. I'm very glad she's not. Okay, overall, both these characters, I think, are average-ish characters, right? I don't think there's anything particularly noteworthy here. Both just look like full auto options. I will say, both their weapons, if you are, like, this is for late game, like, primal players, maybe has usage, like, this can become a future show fist maybe for light. Light doesn't really need a show fist though, so. But this is like something you use a subtix for, and same with this. This is like an option, like this is an alternate sort of a, like Arminor for water. Gives more trium and less attack, right? So yeah, it's an alternative at the very least. Yeah, light doesn't really stay in enmity, right? Because Nehan cuts your HP, which naturally brings you out of enmity as well, and same with Mugen. The only one that causes enmity is Florence 1. So, and I guess like this, and Aura already has bloodshed on the weapon, so like you're not using it for Aura either. But yeah, maybe a future weapon. It also doesn't have FLB at the moment, so it needs that too. So yeah, really the star of the banner at the moment to me looks like this. But this is a conditional Belial that is better if you meet the condition. Otherwise, it's meaningless. So yeah, like I said earlier, I think mainly this summon just makes me worried for the other elements, because other elements probably get something similar now as well. This could be our new like Echo Summon series where every element gets one, except Wind, which gets a really weird one. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, overall, I don't recommend pulling this banner. We have seasonal banners coming up in June, at the end of June. We will very likely have a new Grand in June Flash, which very likely I won't recommend pulling that banner either, just because it's so close to summer. But yeah, now we're sort of in this holding period where, for the most part, you should be holding your pulls for summer, because summer's just so impactful, and there's so many new characters in summer. And yeah, neither of these characters are like limited. They're everything here you can get from a surprise ticket in the future. So yeah, there's that. Who are the raid ups though? Let's check quickly. Raid ups are Shiva Mugen. So we've started our Fire Guild War prep stuff. Neither of those weapons are useful. Mugen's not used as a character. Shiva's only used for very, very, very optimized zero button sort of strategies for fire. Not really notable for the most part. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. What's this link? Let me see. Oh, this is the English translation. Yeah, sure. Oh, for Tetragod. Strength, boosted damage cap, skill damage base call, supplement mortar allies damage by 50k per hit. Okay, yeah. So it is basically what we know. We don't have the values for strength and boost to damage cap, but yeah. So conditional Belial, conditional better Belial, if you are above 80% HP. Which for the most part is... For most your full autos, that's okay. At least, I mean, this is so hard to say because it depends on everybody's teams and stuff. But like, if we're talking just optimized stuff, yeah, you can use it there. In Guild War context, up until NM150 from the last one, NM150 we procced Enmity for Pela. So it wouldn't work for Pela, but it would work for everybody else, which is still probably still worth it. And then it wouldn't work in like 250. 200 was like just one turn, so it would work there for sure. But yeah, any team where you would use Belial for a burst setup, Tetragod is probably just better. Unless you are like in Enmity most of the time. But most of the time you're not. Right, for these burst setups, it's really only a couple elements that go heavily into Enmity. Yeah, it was only really because of a Repel. Because otherwise, if Repel wasn't there, then Pela S3 just protects you for one turn anyways, so you don't take damage. But yeah, either way, this summon is an option that you want for invested border things, but again, it's just something that you wait for as subtics, in my opinion. So yeah. Probably whenever this goes on to subtics, we're getting this, and we'll probably wait for the wind version as well at that point. Yeah, also, yeah, a good point is that Belial, his sub aura requires the HP cut, right? Whereas this one doesn't have the HP cut. And the other big thing is that Belial is a Provenance summon, so it's really hard to get if you don't have him already. Whereas this is available in Surprise Ticket, so yeah, there is that. But either way, none of these are reasons to pull this banner specifically. These are all things you can get rid of with a Surprise Ticket in the future. So yeah, overall, I recommend you to save. Anyways, chat, say goodbye to YouTube. Thank you for watching. Have fun farming Fire Guild War stuff. Oh, I'll just mention this. At the end of the video, on the wiki, you can go to the sidebar. There's Preparing for Unite and Fight. I've written this page today. You can check the preparation page for Fire Guild War. You can see how many weapons you want to farm, Evokers, Eternals, you know, characters you want to level up in EMP, things like that, classes you want to get, where to test setups, things like that. And then I've also expanded the FAQ section a little bit with questions that I receive a lot, like, hey, what's the HP, what's the defense, which nightmare you should farm. This is a calculator that we made here. So you just type in the minutes and seconds so you can see whether doing NM200 is better than 250. So if you're like, hey, 4 minutes to do this versus, I don't know, 1 minute to do this, which is better? This is better. If it's 2 minutes, then this is better. Like, you get the idea, right? So, and then a couple other questions. So check it out when you get the time. It's on the wiki on the sidebar over right here. So anyways, that's it from me. Bye-bye. Bye, YouTube.